Yo guys, and welcome towards this new stream. So let me talk a little bit about what I'm currently doing here. I just opened a new position. Once again, just like all my other trades I took here, basically my last 3 trades, these are all scalping positions. So let me set up my stop loss correctly right away here. 21,500, 21,600, yeah, 500, 650. So let me set up my stop loss real quickly, and let me decide and let me show you guys how I'm going to navigate myself through this trade. So what is up, everyone? Welcome back towards this new stream here on the channel. On today's stream, I am going to talk about basically something about the market a little bit here. Also on the imminent short term, there's a little bit of a minor setup coming up over here, right? We're seeing somewhat of a V-shaped reversal getting formed on the 30-minute time frame, but more importantly, this inverse head and shoulders, right? We're seeing that momentum increasement once again getting started here, and at the same time, we are seeing this trend line getting broken towards the downside. And this could be, of course, a minor bounce Bitcoin is waiting for before potentially it is going to once again come down again. So we've got so far a pretty good entry. I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a movement back towards the upside, a little bit of an imminent short-term movement back up before potentially coming down again, or before potentially once again recovering very quickly. And I will be talking about there are some possibilities that we can have a very quick recovery, and also some possibilities that we can drop even further on. So like our last trades we did here, I mean the last 3 trades we did on the channel were all live, and of course all those 3 trades we basically did here, we've got a very good entry. We were in initial profit, and then we got stopped out in our stop loss that was in profit. So that is of course important to know, and of course pretty interesting to saw playing out. But right now I'm looking to, of course, get this next position. So the last 3 trades were still profitable. And right now, this one as well, guys, it is going to be a very interesting one to look at. Because if I'm going to right now look at the market, guys, a lot of stuff has been happening. Why is Bitcoin coming down? I will be talking about it in a second. We've been seeing, of course, a majority of, $750 million US liquidation in the past 24 hours. It was, of course, way more. And we can see clearly 55% of these liquidations that we saw were actually shorting positions. Pretty interesting. So 55% of the total liquidation in the past 24 hours were shorts, while the market was of course dropping very hard. Pretty interesting, right? What is going on? So why is this happening? Is because there's so much volatility in the market right now, guys. There's so much volatility, and that is why of course I love it here already. So you can see already, this was a 12% move pump back up here. This was, of course, an 11% drop here. In just a matter of 8 hours, we moved 11% down and 12% up again. So the volatility is just extremely high in the market, and that is why you can be benefiting from it while scalp trading. So that's why I'm as well right now on a very minor scalp position. I'm going to keep this one open and see how it's going to be playing out. But definitely, this is, of course, once again, a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Is approximately 14% profit towards the upside, within, of course, approximately 4% loss on the lower side. So yeah, pretty interesting setup to look at right now. But let me talk also about some daily levels of support for Bitcoin. Daily levels of support, of course, the majority of the strongest level of support for Bitcoin to look at right now is, of course, that previous all-time high, of course, that we have been talking about several times before on the channel. But of course, you can clearly see after losing this level over here, we fall down very quickly, and right now we are starting to form an ever so slightly green candle on this market. So that is, of course, very good. Also, a thing we have been seeing right now here, and hopefully it is going to be starting to load up here. And if it's not loading up, I will be going towards a different chart. But yeah, it looks to be that it's not loading up, but of course we do know also, we've been talking about it, the 200 weekly moving average. We touched it. What is this going to be resulting in for Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin going to be creating this massive rally from here on? We just have to wait and see how it's going to be playing out here. But of course, we can clearly see Bitcoin touched it. It has been wicking below it. It's currently trading above the 200 weekly moving average, and hopefully we are going to hold on towards it, because historically speaking, this has been always has been the bottoming signal. Of course, also back here in 2015, it was that bottoming signal. We've been closing some candles below it, but historically speaking, it's of course that low risk zone here. Right now for Bitcoin, we're waiting to see on how kind of a breakout we could be getting from this level. There is a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. Tomorrow we're going to have the Federal Reserve meeting, guys. We're going to have the FOMC meeting, and the FOMC meeting is going to be basically a very interesting one, because tomorrow we're probably going to get a hike of 75 basis points. I will be streaming it as well on this channel. 75 basis points is the highest interest rate hike we have ever seen, of course, in this period, where the Federal Reserve has been, of course, hiking their rates. That is also the reason why markets plundered the way down yesterday, and of course also still is getting suppressed today. So tomorrow we're going to get the official word out, but I can tell you already, tomorrow we're probably going to get a hike of an approximately 75 basis points. Also, looking at this larger time frame, guys, Bitcoin has never been more oversold than it is currently right now on the weekly time frame. This is of course pretty interesting to see. Let's zoom in on the RSI right now on the Bitcoin price section. And guys, at the same time, I will keep monitoring our trade because we just opened a new trade, and I will keep on, keep you guys updated here on the channel about how we're currently looking for that, right? So what we can talk about right now is the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. It is forming that insane low on the RSI. We have never, in fact, formed a lower low on the weekly RSI than we are doing right now on this weekly candle. So is Bitcoin, in fact, overreacting? That is, of course, a question. Is it overreacting? I don't know. I mean, yeah, we are sincerely having a very massive correction in the market, and there is, of course, a lot of uncertainty on the macro environment, but Bitcoin is right now going and entering oversold territories we have never seen before in the history of Bitcoin. So right away, is this an opportunity to take advantage from? Because historically speaking, once markets are oversold, it is not all too bad for accumulation, right? If a market is oversold, especially on the weekly time frame, and especially in this case it's Bitcoin, is it a bad thing to be buying? I don't know. I think it's still Bitcoin, even though I do know there is more downside potential to come for Bitcoin. There's definitely more downside potential. Why? Because there's so much FUD in the market. There's so much FUD right now that entered the market, and there are, of course, some loans that could be, of course, get liquidated, what could cause, of course, a snowball effect towards the downside for crypto. That is indeed true. Can we go lower? Potentially. Yes, I am not going to rule it out here right now on this level. But what we want to be looking at is the risk here. I'm still putting it on the DCA strategy, and I don't mind of course, buying Bitcoin on 30K. I don't mind buying Bitcoin on 28K. I've never deployed all my cash, and I've also never said that on my channel. I am never deploying all my cash at once, and that is also a thing you shouldn't be doing, of course, right? So, yeah, you can clearly see right now here on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin touched it not only once, touched it not only twice, but it is right now touching it for the third time on that weekly time frame. Pretty interesting to look at. Also, if I'm going to zoom in here and look at that weekly chart here, how is Bitcoin in the weekly time frame right now developing? Besides, of course, we're touching an historical low on the RSI, we are also seeing some other levels coming together, right? So what is the next major level for support to look at? I will be still say the next major level of support is going to be this level over here, and that's going to be the 20.2k approximately. That's going to be the major level of support. Is this downward sloping basically support line that we're forming, that could be, of course, also still create that larger time frame falling wedge pattern, right? And of course, it's the horizontal range of the previous all-time high. Pretty important to look at right now. At the same time, trade is not really moving so far, guys. I will keep you guys up to date about how it's currently going. I'm still in a minor profit from my entry. It is nothing very big, but I will keep you guys up to date about how this trade is going to be getting developed. But it looks to be as well right now that we are getting this horizontal retest, right? So previous resistance right now potentially getting retested as support. So this is going to be an important level to hold on towards as well for the imminent short term on Bitcoin. But yeah, we can clearly see that on this chart we're right now retesting as well this downward sloping support line, and we saw that we formed three very important wicks here, perfect touches, and we're testing it once again right now. Are we going to be still bouncing from it basically, because we still got another 5 days and 9 hours to go before we're going to close this weekly candle. It can still go either direction. We could still see a positive ending on the week, and tomorrow is the big day here basically for everything, because tomorrow we are going to get that FOMC meeting, and that's going to be very important for all the markets to choose this direction. So let me see. Close, you can get a relief rally to 28k. Yeah, the relief rally could even, of course, be bigger than that here. And also a real big reason why I think we can have a very big relief rally is due to this. The stablecoins, the stablecoin dominance right now here, guys, is extremely high here. And what does this mean? It basically means that there's a lot of cash on the sidelines that right now is waiting to get deployed here. So you can clearly see, if I'm also overlapping the Bitcoin price action on top of the the stablecoin supply, the stablecoin dominance basically. In this case, is the USD Tether dominance, and we'll also talk about the USDC dominance. You can see always once the Bitcoin price action is low here, usually we're seeing the stablecoins tend to be peaking high, and it basically means there's still a lot of capital on the sidelines in crypto waiting to get deployed. So of course, if the markets tend to go up, the people that are actually holding their USD Tether or USDC can easily FOMO back in towards the market again. So to take a notice, the stablecoin supply is right now, of course, at a very high percentage, and this could be meaning that there is a very easy possibility for a lot of people to enter the space once again. So if we're going to get a relief rally, there could be, of course, some FOMO take place here, and that could be resulting, of course, a lot of price action once again coming back towards the upside. And also the same for USDC. We can see the USDC dominance is also spiking massively. We're currently seeing approximately 6% of the supply hold it on the sidelines basically. So interesting to see here. So much capital that's waiting to get deployed to the market, but it is definitely here. And I've been talking as well about this chart, and I should get it in front of my screen right now here. So let me load up this chart here and real quickly to see Bitcoin is coming down a little bit in this negative territorium. So we're going to keep on monitoring this, how this is going to be playing out right now. But let me see and talk about this chart real quickly. So let me go towards my workbench. And let me see. I want to be talking about this chart. Yeah. So if I talk about this chart, and let me remove this one, and this one, and you see the red line. This is basically the total. The total amount of stablecoins in the market. And you can clearly see on the previous bull run, we saw a massive amount of stablecoins flowing in towards the market. And what is very interesting to see is that we're currently still are having an approximately 132 billion US dollars. And there is a little bit more here because there are some more stablecoins. And like you can see, the bulls are finding back once again here. We're still holding up this line here. I will keep you guys up to date about how this trade is going to be developed here. But so far, we're still at our entry price. Nothing really special happening so far. So please stay posted for that one. But talking about the stablecoin supply, you can clearly see we've seen a massive increasement in total stablecoin supply, and we're so far away from the all-time. And this basically means here that there is so much money still in this market that can get deployed very easily, because stablecoins can get very easily deployed in towards Bitcoin. And it's harder to see Bitcoin, of course, increase in its value if everyone has to convert their fiat to Bitcoin. And if there's already a lot of stablecoins in circulation, it is easier to, once again, pump up the price basically, because just the steps are easier to make. So it is easier to pump up the coin, of course. So this is, of course, a thing to take in consideration. Of course, we have seen a little bit of a decreasement in stablecoin supply, like you can see over here over the recent days. We have seen indeed a shrink from 140 billion all the way down towards approximately 132 billion. But of course, in the bigger picture, this is not all too big of a drop off in stablecoin supply. And of course, there could be still, of course, some more outflows on stablecoin supplies. But what is important to look at is, let's say we're going to look at the tether print basically behavior. If we want to be forecasting the next big pump here, we want to be looking at how Tether is going to be printing their supply. So if we're once again going to see an increase in Tether supply getting formed here, that could be maybe a potential signal that the markets are once again going to start rallying. Because just like over here, the market crashed, but Tether printed a lot of money. And at the end of the day, we rallied again here. Maybe not the same day here, but the days after, we're of course very positive for Bitcoin. So we should be definitely look out about what these stablecoins are right now doing here, because the more stable supply is getting created in the market, and let's say we're only going to go sideways and the stablecoin supply is going to increase once again here, it could be, of course, that signal we've been waiting for potential market reversal. So I'm going to keep on monitoring as well the stablecoin behavior in the market, because it could be telling us quite a lot in this market environment we are currently in here. I've been also talking earlier today already about it. This is, of course, a pretty interesting topic to talk about, and I don't think that many people have been talking about this. But this is basically, first of all, the NUPO, the net unrealized profit and loss. The market has been officially entering. A capitulation and stages. What does it mean? It basically means that there is so much basically unrealized loss here. Many people are right now in a loss in their positions, what basically indicates the risk is most certainly very low for buying, because if you're buying in these stages in the market, many other addresses are right now in a loss, what basically makes it lower risk for accumulating Bitcoin right now here. Together with that, we can be looking at the realized loss here. I've been talking about this as well earlier today. Today has been a crazy day here. Why is today a very crazy day? Actually yesterday, it's due towards the highest ever realized loss in the market. So yesterday we have seen the biggest spike in people selling their Bitcoins against a loss here. And I hate to see it, because I hate to see people losing money, and people are right now realizing losses. They are saying, okay, I made a loss with Bitcoin. I'm okay with it. I'm going to exit the market because I can't go through it anymore. It's too emotionally hard to handle. And the chart, guys, it's still looking okay. I will keep you guys posted for that. And the trade we're currently taking, I will keep you guys posted for that trading position we're currently opening. And this inverse head and shoulders breakout. So please stay posted in the stream right now. But yeah, people are right now selling their positions against a loss here. And why are they doing so? Because they are afraid. Because every single bear market, or like every single massive market correction towards now. So this was, of course, all the way back in the 2018 bear market low here. And you know, at the lowest point in the market, the most amount of realized loss was getting formed here. Then, of course, we also have the pandemic crash here, the March 2020 crash here. Also, in that crash, many people, many investors sold their Bitcoins against a loss. And oh boy, you should have been feeling terrible if you sold your Bitcoins at the exact low of March 2020. Because yeah, in fact, that was one of the most worst buying or selling opportunities you actually had. And of course, you missed out on the massive rally Bitcoin created afterwards. That was, of course, a pretty bad decision in hindsight. And of course, that's once again in hindsight. And it did take quite a while before we were recovering from that pandemic crash, guys. It was not like the sentiment was very good the day after or the week after this massive crash came. No, it came only months after that the sentiment once again turned bullish. So right now as well, for this market scenario we're currently in, it could take several months before the sentiment is going to, somewhat flip bullish again in this market. Then also, look at this realized loss spike here. In the May 2021 correction, the summer low correction, also a lot of people sold their Bitcoins against loss again. Why? Because there was extreme fear in the market. Elon Musk said he was testing the liquidity, etc. So there were a lot of, once again, things happening in the market, and people took the loss. And you know, once again, those people felt horrible, because those people that actually sold, they bought once again along the way up here. And the people that basically bought along the way up here and the all-time high has been most likely once again sold their tokens. And look at this. This was the realized loss spike here back in May 2022 here. The first initial crash all the way down to 25K, and then we came up again. We saw an approximately $3.3 billion in one day. And of course, this was of course a longer event, because we had like 3 days in a row where a very high amount of realized loss was getting formed in the market. And once again, many people were afraid, sold their tokens against a loss. Was it a very bad decision to sell at that point in a loss and right now buy back? In hindsight, it wasn't. But of course, in the bigger picture, if we're going to maybe be a year ahead, we're going to look back at this chart, it's going to be once again seem also obvious again. But right now, again, we saw this massive spike down here, and we are seeing massive. We have seen, in fact, the largest ever realized loss in one day getting formed in the market. There's never been so much Bitcoin getting sold against a loss here than yesterday. And of course, I was already expecting it was a high number, but I was not expecting it was basically all-time high in terms of people selling their Bitcoins against a loss. So $4.7 billion got sold out in the market against a loss here, and that is a crazy amount here. But of course, if we're once again going to be looking back, and if we're going to take a lesson from this, guys, and of course, it's right now, in my opinion, too late to sell, because we're already at the bottom. I'm not going to sell. And of course, if you did sold on the 30K, yeah, right now it's been a very good decision. But still, in my position I was not selling my Bitcoin on $30,000, and I publicly applaud say it, and I will be not regretting it, because I know for sure in 3 or 2 years from now on, because I bought my Bitcoins from long-term investment, I'm going to be in a profit, and I'm going to just buy every single level I'm going to have the opportunity at. But we can clearly see that every single time the realized loss is spiking, it is maybe not at that moment a bad selling opportunity, but in the months afterwards or the weeks afterwards, it has been historically always been a bad level for selling. And we've been in fact seeing the highest of course, loss ever getting formed in the market. And of course, in my opinion, that is definitely a little bit worrisome for the people that actually sold their Bitcoins off. So pretty interesting to see here. Of course, markets is a little bit bouncing here. It's not really choosing a direction yet here. We're still holding above that downward sloping resistance line that we flipped into support. So we're going to keep on monitoring this trade here for a while here, guys. I'm planning to stay live for a little bit longer today here. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it. And of course, if you do enjoy it, smash off that like button. It will be highly appreciated. And of of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel as well. It will be actually pretty cool if you could do so. So make sure to smash it up, guys, and let's talk a little bit about some more stuff, because I got some more stuff for you guys prepared. But let me quickly do a tweet here. Okay. Let me also look at the chat. You got Drag Rover. No, I didn't. With all my trades I took here, I exited them in still profits. And of course, with my spot position, yes, I am losing money. But do I mind? I still have the same amount of Bitcoin, of course. And I've been saying it. I've been buying the 30K level, and of course, like I told you as well through about, this is of course one of the most hardest periods in the market, and also for people, and also for me as well. I've been going through the previous bear market, and I'm 1000% sure I am going to survive this bear market again, guys. I don't care if I bought on 30K. I am so glad I bought on 30K, actually. Of course, you could have, I could have deployed my capital right now as well, but I told you I am dollar cost averaging. I am buying along the way down, and I'm buying along the basically what I said. I'm buying along the way down here. I'm dollar cost averaging every single week. I deploy a certain amount of Bitcoin into capital in towards the market to buy every single level. And in hindsight, I don't really think it's going to be matter if I bought on $28,000 or on $22,000, because I still have the longer term perspective in the market. And this really reminds me of this event over here. And like I told you, right now in the market, you're going to get fundamentally attacked here. Some people sold their Bitcoin off here, and they're going to be hating on Bitcoin right now here. They're going to be saying it is shit and saying all kinds of stuff here. And also, you see these new news articles popping off here. They're making fun of everyone who's holding Bitcoin, who's believing in Bitcoin. But actually, that is what happens every single bear market. And you have to go through it. And I am very sure I'm going to live through this bear market. And I'm very sure many of you guys will do so as well. But there are many people that in fact are going to stop with crypto, or looking at crypto, or investing time in crypto from now on. There are many people that are going to stop looking. They're going to look away from the charts. Well, this is May, in fact, and I think still in these past 2 weeks here, these has been one of the most important weeks to pay your attention towards the charts right now. And in fact, guys, if the market is trading on 20K, we get like 500 views. If the market is trading on 69K or $60,000, we're getting tens of thousands of views. This is already telling enough about the story, what currently is going on here. In fact, people are not so interested in the market right now, and I do understand it somewhat, because that is also what happened last time around in the bear market. People can't handle their emotions, and we've been warning for it. This is not a space where you should attach your emotions towards your assets. You should. That's the last thing to do. And talking about emotions, we can see, first of all, look at how stable the Ethereum reading index have been trading. There has been, the sentiment in the market has been so shit. It has been so terrible, and you can clearly see there is just so much fear and FUD in the market. Of course, we are getting more FUD in the market due to Celsius and due to all these other stuff basically happening around. But once again, we are hitting the single digit on the fear and greed index. This is, of course, once again, an historical low we're currently forming in the market, because if we're going to look back at all the levels we touched before, of course, we've been touching the, we've been touching the 8th on the 17th of May here, but basically, levels on the single digit, you don't touch them that frequently. The last time we touched a single digit level was August 2019 here, and basically not even the pandemic crash was coming at the same level. So that is pretty interesting to see here. The pandemic crash also hit 8. So we are in similar fear stages as the pandemic crash. And in hindsight, was the pandemic crash such bad of an accumulation range? No, but of course I do know the markets are like right now definitely different. We've got the Federal Reserve that is tomorrow going to hike the interest rates once again with 75 basis points, and what we do need is a sign that this is going to be that the rate hikes are going to be ending. And of course, they're destroying so much wealth, and there's going to be one point that the Federal Reserve is going to be turning around their opinion, because they already destroyed so much wealth. And of course, in probably 1 year from now on, the inflation is anyway going to come down, because it's calculated on year, and of course they don't want to create deflation. because it's also once again bad for your currency. So there's of course maybe a 1 or 2 years that is going to be very hard, and there's of course an upcoming recession that is 99% going to come here, and we are going to be living through it, and I think we have to live through it, and we have to be facing the fact that the markets are going to be a little bit more tougher in these periods right now, and we just have to make the best of it. And that is why I'm also taking up these scalping positions. And also guys, this correction we currently are creating is pretty fresh still, and what I mean with fresh, this correction just happened, and usually on fresh corrections you can also see very strong bounces back, and maybe then of course we're going to come down once again here, and that is also what I told you. I think we are going to at least have a little bit of a relief rally, but if we get that bounce back here, that could be already like a 20 to 30% bounce. So that is why I'm currently liking to be trading this market, because trading the market with extreme high volatility is always fun, because you could make very good money from it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look at that here. Currently once again Bitcoin opened a new 30-minute candle, and we're going to see about how this one is going to be performing, and we're going to just keep on monitoring it. It's so far still trading a little bit below our support level, but yeah, we're right now as well, for everyone who just jumped in towards the stream, forming somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders, and yeah, right now we're just going to be waiting to see how this is going to be playing out here. So let me see. We'll go back to 20k again. I mean, for sure could be possible. I mean, there is just like I told you, there's so much FUD in the market. And let me actually look at the S&P 500, because the S&P 500, of course, US markets are open right now here. It is falling down once again here, and we are right now testing the previous low in the market. Last hourly candle, we've been bouncing from it, and right now we want to be seeing this level holding on, right? And maybe potentially we're forming the double bottom right now, potentially get somewhat of a reversal, somewhat of a bounce here. Tomorrow is going to be very exciting, and guys, go to the channel right now here and press up that bell notification, because tomorrow, guys, tomorrow it's going to be FOMC day. It is going to be the day of the meeting for the Federal Reserve, and on tomorrow I'm going to be streaming the Federal Reserve meeting, where they're basically going to talk about the hike of the interest rates, and basically why the market crashed yesterday is due towards the Federal Reserve hinting on a hike of the interest rate of 75 basis points that are going to come tomorrow, and they hinted that because then yesterday the markets could be pricing it in already, and they're not going to be crashing or moving due towards the meeting. So that is of course important to know. That is the reason why we crashed yesterday, but tomorrow they're going to announce it, and it's going to be of course already allow a lot of retail panic once again to enter the market. So tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day, so smash up the bell notification right on the channel if you do not want to be missing out on the live FOMC meeting. We're going to stream it here on the channel. You can see that meeting as well here on the channel, and you're going to stay up to date about what basically exactly is going to be happening with that meeting, what they're going to say, and maybe let's say he's going to only hike with 50 basis points, and if that in this case happens, the market is probably going to be rebounding very quickly, as for Bitcoin, as for the S&P 500 as well. So that's going to be very important and interesting to look at right now here. S&P 500 is of course very highly correlated with Bitcoin right now, and that's why we're going to be paying so much attention towards it right here. But of course, looking at the S&P 500, this chart is of course absolutely in a free fall, and I've been looking towards this downward sloping support line for quite a while, and every single time, oh, that's the wrong one, every single time we've been basically touching this downward sloping support line, we have been bouncing somewhat from it, right? So we have been seeing, of course, I don't really see this or approach this as a bounce, because it was the first initial touch, but we got one bounce over here, another bounce over here, another two bounces over here, and we're once again retesting it right now. So is it going to be holding? It's going to be pretty interesting to look at. Also, if we're going to look at the S&P 500, we want to be looking at that historical price action, right? What is the levels that the S&P potentially could be starting to be bottoming out in? And in that case, we're going to be talking about the 35 to 3600 US range. We're currently trading on 3750, and why am I talking about this level? Is because basically this has been a very strong level of resistance, and as soon as we did broke above this W over right here, we went absolutely parabolic, and this was of course an important level to look at. And if we're going to see what the downside potential is, then it's still going to be another 6%. So 6% on the S&P 500 could be maybe 15 or 20% correction for Bitcoin from here on. And of course, in case that is going to be happening, it means that Bitcoin is going to touch $18,000. And exactly, if we're going to talk about Bitcoin, what is the major levels of the support right now to look at? Actually, I have got another chart right now open. if I say, yeah, this chart, what are the exact levels to look at right now? Is $18,000 a very good level to look at? You're going to look, of course, at this previous all-time high, right? So in this case, you're going to be looking at this level right here. What are the strong levels of support and resistance? You can clearly see this has been a resistance, 3 times rejection. And if we're going to look even further towards the right here, and if we're going to look all the way back, what happened over here, we saw that this level flipped into support over here and flipped into support over here. So $18,000 and even $17,000 to $18,000 is going to be, of course, in fact, a very strong level of support for Bitcoin. I'm not necessarily saying we have to touch it, but in case we're going to fall down, I am prepared for Bitcoin to come down towards $18,000 in terms of the capital I have left to deploy. If we go lower than $18,000, I actually have not a lot of, basically, I have not liquid capital to deploy anymore. And I actually don't mind, because if Bitcoin already goes below $18,000, I'm not going to say we're screwed or something, but I'm just going to be DCAing just with the money I make every single day, of course. But for the capital I have left to deploy in the market, I will be deployed the last capital on $18,000, $17,000. I think that's going to be a very strong level to for support to look at. Are we necessarily going to touch it? I don't know. But always be prepared for everything, of course, right? So that is going to be very important to look at. Bitcoin right now in the imminent short term is bouncing here. We are still looking to the trade we're currently taking. And yeah, we are rebounding ever so slightly. It's not a large trade here. It's just a minor trade. But we're still looking to take this minor swing back up here of this inverse head and shoulders. Because in my opinion, it looks very good. And if anyone is interested in trading, I'm currently taking this trade on Femex. If you're trading on Femex. Nice part about Femex, by the way, is, guys, you can let me show you. You can buy, I don't know, where do you do that? I have to search it up. I don't know where I did that. I think I did it on the homepage, actually. But yeah, you can basically buy 0 fees for $20 a month or something. So if you're trading with large sums, you can buy 0% fees on Femex. And of course, if you're already going to be trading, check out the links in the description. If you want to be trading, sign up with the links in the description. You can get a very good deposit bonus, of course, if you do use the links here. Bybit is currently offering you a 0% fee for the coming 30 days here, 0% maker fees if you do sign up with my link in the description. And also, guys, they are currently hosting the World Series of Trading. What is definitely one of the most craziest trading competitions out there that you could right now participate, and you can claim up to, of course, what was it, $8 million in prize pool. So that's pretty interesting to look at. Pump it up, let's see. Yeah, of course, guys, if you want to be looking more towards the entries I'm taking, you can check it out as well in my Discord channel. And the last 3 trades we took on the channel, basically all got stopped out at our entry, but a little, like the last one was in profit, got stopped out, and of course, since due to the negative funding rates, and like you can see over here, the funding rates are crazy low here. You're even, if you can say, let's say enter a long position right now here, and even exit at your entry price, you're still making an approximately 2% profit on your trade. So that is actually pretty nice here. That is why I'm also especially looking at longs, because again, just once I'm in profit, I set my stop loss at entry, and if I'm going to get stopped at, I'm still going to be making good profits due to these negative funding rates. So yeah, if you're interested in trading right now, or even spot trading, guys, as well, if you're going to be spot accumulating Bitcoin, what I do think is not bad region right now to do so. I've been talking about these levels right now in my stream here. I've been talking about the levels that I set up my limits. It is very nice to use because I initially, once I started doing crypto, guys, I used these local exchanges in the Netherlands that you could not set up limit orders. So if you want to be, of course, spot accumulate with limit orders, use Bybit as well. Highest link in the description. $4,050 deposit bonus together on top of that, and 0% maker fee. But what you should be doing, of course, is always, if you're going to be spot trading for accumulation, just set up limit orders where you would like to be buying. You can go to sleep. You can do whatever you want here. You don't have to look at the charts the whole day. Of course, if you're trading, it's different. If you're trading, day trading like me, you should be, of course, looking more frequently towards the charts here. But if you're just purely spot accumulating, you can just set up your levels and go to sleep, or do whatever you want to do, right? So also some other things I want to be looking at is the 12-hour time frame, guys. A lot of things to talk about that. So we saw, of course, the 12-hour, this is a 10-hour, 12-hour time frame got rejected by the EMA ribbon again. So of course, what is going to be important for the upcoming region, guys? If we're going to come up again, let's say Bitcoin is going to have a relief rally, what is the level for us to look at? I mean, if we're going to have a very strong relief rally, let's say in case we're going to come all the way up towards 28,000 US dollars, 28k is going to be one crazy level of a shorting opportunity. Of course, in case we break above it, I think we're going to be flipping very, very bullish. But of course, this is going to be a very, very big level for a lot of short orders to probably get filled up here, because yeah, we do know this has been a very strong level of previous support, and right now it could be flipping in towards very strong resistance here in the future. So I definitely would love to see that relief rally getting created, because it's going to allow us to take some very crazy opportunities in the market right now here to benefit from the market volatility, to of course take a position up, take a position down. It's going to be a very, very amazing roller coaster to get. So I hope, truly hope, we can get a relief rally right now here. Of course, in the end of the day, we are right now looking at the RSI in the 12-hour time frame. We can see markets are extremely oversold here. We unfortunately invalidated the bullish divergence we were creating on the daily time frame, or in fact, are we? In fact, maybe we aren't, but it's a very close call here if this is an valid bullish divergence. But yeah, we could be, of course, potentially create that bullish divergence right now here. It is, in fact, it's neutral. It's touching the same level here. So in order to create a bullish divergence, you have to form a lower low here on, higher low on the RSI and a lower low in the price section like this here. But right now, in fact, what we're seeing is it's an equal low. So it's not going to be a good bullish divergence to look at right now here. But Bitcoin was creating a bullish divergence. Like I told you, it was not confirmed yet here. But yeah, pretty interesting to see that one playing out. But let me talk further on the 12-hour time frame. We're still extremely oversold right now here. In fact, if I'm going to set up a horizontal level, we are at the same levels. What was the last time we were so oversold? This was not even a similar opportunity. The last time we were so oversold on the 12-hour was basically as well March 2020. We all know what happened in March 2020, because March 2020 was the pandemic low. Because over here, we didn't even touch it. And over here as well, we didn't even touch it on the 9th of May. So, yeah, pretty oversold on the 12-hour time frame. It looks to be that we're finally getting a positive reaction on the market. It looks to be that we're forming somewhat of a bottoming signal right now here on the market. And what is going to be important, like I told you already about, we have to be monitoring on how the S&P 500 is going to be play out today here, because it looks to be that we potentially could be somewhat, of course, be a little bit more calm here. Don't look for more downside since we are forming the low on the market over here. But yeah, we just casually have to be waiting to see how it's going to be playing out here right now. But yeah, we could be in for a very strong bounce. Also looking at that 4-hourly time frame, you can see it's starting to be recovering, coming up again here. What also could be a possibility, and what usually tends to be happening, is the RSI to recover a little bit here, and then we form another lower low in the market, and then you create that bullish divergence, and then you move up here. That's a very likely structure Bitcoin likes to be reversing in. And of course, if we're going to get a reverse right now here, we're probably going to create a lot of hidden bearish divergence, and also we're going to have that EMA ribbon that's going to come up here on the top side. That is probably going to be providing a lot of resistance. Also, to look at 1 hour time frame, already bounced very strongly in terms of its RSI here. So yeah, it could be, of course, also create a lot of hidden bearish divergence on the market right now. Together with, of course, the EMA ribbon here, clearly still providing us in a downtrend, still playing and trading as a downtrend. Also, let me open up the super trend actually. One of my favorite indicators to look at. You can clearly still see here on top. Let me remove the EMA ribbon for a second right here. You can clearly still see we have been trading in this downtrend, and the super trend is going to be a good level to either look at a short position, or of course, if in case we do break that trend here, we could be, of course, find a bottom at the lower side of support and move up again from off that point. So super trend is a very important and powerful tool to look at, and of course also in those higher time frames, because right now, of course, in order for the daily time frame to flip bullish, and of course, it makes also a lot of sense for Bitcoin. In order to say, okay, Bitcoin is right now bullish on that daily time frame, we need to break above this purple box over here in the middle, right? Why? Is because, first of all, this is a horizontal level of previous support, like I told you about. But also, if we're going to look at the if we're going to look at the super trend, we have to be breaking, in this case, above the 27.8k here in order to flip bullish on the super trend, at least already. So that's going to be interesting. Right now, of course, our trade is bouncing. It is performing pretty well. Longed ADA over here. Yeah, I mean, ADA has been performing very good here. Tomorrow is the Fed announcement. yeah, guys, I talked already about it. I will be streaming it, so that is why I tell you to you guys out there right now on the channel, smash up the bell notification right now, because if you smash up the bell notification, you will be getting notified, because tomorrow I will be live streaming the Federal Reserve meeting, and on that meeting I will be basically showcase you guys out there what currently is happening. I will show you guys the chart in one screen, and I will show you guys the meeting with the sound on top of it, everything, and we're going to give, of course, live feedback about what he's basically saying. It's a good thing, it's the bad thing, so make sure to smash up the bell notification for that one. And I will be later tonight probably already scheduled the live stream, so you can also put up your notification for that live stream too, because yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting one from here on. Bitcoin will hit 100k soon. I mean, of course, it doesn't look like we're going to hit it anytime soon here, but of course, we have to be sticking through these tougher times here to, of course, come back stronger in the future. But yeah, right now, Bitcoin is bouncing somewhat over here. Like you can see, it is bouncing and moving up a little bit here on our trade we are looking to take right now here. So this is actually a very good development to have for Bitcoin, and our trade is so far doing pretty well, and the entry was actually still pretty spot on. And of course, if we're going to be seeing some more significant increases, I will be starting to be placing my stop loss at my entry price here, and that is going to be very interesting to see how if we're going to get stopped out again here. And of course, like I told you, if we're then going to get stopped out, we are going to be in fact still make profits, because the limit orders right now in the market are going to be paying you, since everyone is shorting in this market. Sorry, the long orders are going to be paying you. Tomorrow, if it's the day the Federal Reserve goes to 0.75, we are going to go to 90k. But Matthew, I told this already, and of course, if you have read the news, they have been hinting for a 75 basis point hike, and that is why the market plummeted yesterday. So markets has been pricing in the correction, and it is 99% sure we're going to get a 75 basis point hike here. So in fact, if we get a 75 basis point hike, I personally think there's going to be a lot of scam wicks on that moment. So guys, tomorrow anyways, it's going to be great day for trading. There's going to be a high amount of volatility. I will be trying to take some live trades over there as well to benefit from it. But in fact, it's already priced in. So in case we're going to get a hike below the 75 basis points, it is going to be crucially good and very, very good for all markets. If we're going to get only 50 or 25, I think we're going to get a very strong recovery. So yeah, I find it confusing that the dollar index is so strong. I mean, the dollar index is measured, of course, against all these other currencies. And the dollar index is so strong due to like the euro and all these the euro and of course the Japanese currencies, like they are falling like crazy. So why is the dollar so strong? It's purely due to these other currencies being so weak. We are forming an embarrassing divergence, not looking at it necessarily. We are breaking above a crucial level. This is very, very, very good for the dollar index. Very bad for Bitcoin, of course. But yeah, this is of course very interesting. But yeah, if we're just looking at the euro compared to the US dollar, of course, right? You can see the euro is absolutely plummeting, and it is trading on a very important level of support right now. It looks to be that we're breaking below it. Last time we broke below it was also here in the beginning 2000s, end of the 1900s. So interesting period in the market over there. We plummeted the way down. We came up again, and right now we're retesting that same low in the market. We are forming a clear M pattern here. So it looks to be there could be even more strength to come for the dollar index. And it could be also a possibility that the euro is going to even take a larger hit from here on. And we could even potentially see that massive crash down for the eurozone. And I actually wouldn't even be surprised, because if you look at about how the macro environment in euro countries is right now looking, and if you look at euro countries and what they're basically doing in Europe, it is only going to be likely to expect to see the euro be even more weaker, because yeah, there's still 12% approximately inflation in Europe. It's way harder to solve the inflation as well in Europe, because there are all different kinds of countries with different GDPs, and of course you have the north side of Europe that is more richer, the south side that's less rich, and there's a lot of issues to solve up over there. So do I think the dollar index can be rising further more towards the upside? Yes, I personally think so. It's also very bad we broke above that very important level of resistance, of course. And right now, looking at the dollar index, yeah, we can, the euro against the US dollar price, we can see that it is definitely losing strength. And considering the macro environment, it is going to be only likely to see the euro break down, and of course the US dollar to even gain more strength in this market. So, in fact, also, due towards the euro falling so hard, guys, you can look at this chart right now as well. So let me go towards the Bitcoin price action against the euro. And this is, of course, if you're living in euro zones, Bitcoin corrected less hard than, of course, in US zones. Of course, still it corrected massively towards the downside. Let me see, this was from high to low, wasn't 32% correction. But if you're looking, in fact, at the dollar valuation, this was from high to low, a 34% correction. So 2% less correction over there getting formed. Why? Is because the euro is also losing strength. So that is why Bitcoin against the euro is gaining strength right now in the market. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. North Europe is the best. I mean, yeah, you're Dutch. Well, usually inflated markets prefer cash. I mean, the fact what is currently going on is just purely due to the central banks, in this case, destroying the wealth. Because the Federal Reserve is right now hiking these rates and destroying the markets purely for one thing. It's purely wealth destruction, because if you destroy 50% of the wealth, and of course the wealth that you see in like in assets or whatsoever, it's like not wealth you can take all out in once, you know. It's not liquid wealth like you're not having it in cash or in a reserve you can easily take out. But if the Federal Reserve managed to create a 50 or 40% wealth destruction, right now we're at 30% or something, people are going to spend less money. And if people spend less money, it means the production can come down. And if the production can come down, it means that the inflation is going to run down, and that's going to be solving the issues. So it's a larger thing that they're working on. They're working on wealth destruction, and we're right now waiting. When is it enough? And are the markets even going to be able to be recovering from it? And that is going to be quick. That is going to be important, because I personally think if Bitcoin drops below $13,000 or even below $10,000, Bitcoin is not going to recover that easily that everyone thinks. Because in case that happens, we are absolutely screwed for Bitcoin for sure. Why do I think so? First of all, there has been so much money getting liquidated along the way down here, because many companies have got a lot of borrowing going on here. And if the price actually goes below $10,000, they're basically screwed and they have to liquidate their positions. That's going to, of course, get a lot of money out of the market. More importantly, also, many people will lose their faith in Bitcoin. And what is important with a currency? It's faith. And of course, if Bitcoin falls down from 69K towards 10K, are many people still going to be having the faith in Bitcoin to be investing in it? And that is a thing you need in this market, right? So is it going to be easy for Bitcoin to ever recover if we do come down towards $10,000 or lower? I don't really think so. So it's going to be important for Bitcoin. And of course, if you're a believer in Bitcoin, and of course, guys, believe me, all these companies, let's say Binance or all these big firms in crypto, they want to see the price action going up here. Why? Is because basically that gets in more users and it basically grows the space here. So they're going to do everything that they possibly have to do and possibly can do to push up this market again. And are they going to do it on 10K? Are they going to do it on 15K? I personally think they're going to do it on 20K. I think this is a very likely region to look at. And of course, we're very close towards our previous all-time high. We were, of course, in fact, earlier today, only 6% away from our previous all-time high. Is that the level to look at? Maybe. But yeah, we're going to look at it, how it's going to be playing out today. But it's an interesting talk, what we basically have here. The market makers. Yeah. Is the DXY flying due to the hike of interest rates? Of course, because the bond market is right now coming up, the dollar index is increasing, the dollar is naturally going to become stronger, but also due to weakening other currencies. I was reading about the Japanese currency having one of its, it's going so bad right now. It's terrible. And of course, the euro, like I told you, is very weak. The second biggest money basically in the world. Let me also read if there's some news actually. And of course, our trade is not moving so big right now here. So I'm still waiting to get this volatile moving, guys. And let me know, should I just stay live with my trade here that I'm taking with you guys out there on the channel? Let me know in the chat here. I can definitely stay live for you guys if you want to. But yeah, so far we're not really moving anything here. But I personally still think it's a positive breakout we're currently getting on this market. And eventually we are going to be moving from here on. And it's definitely a good entry that I got. And as soon as we do see some more movements, I'm going to start to be moving my stop loss to entry over here. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, actually. It's going to be definitely an interesting one. So let me know if I should stick live. Greetings, Rover from Western Australia. Still watching you, man. That's amazing, Jacob Williams. Yes, stay live. Everyone's saying it. I might need to set a coffee if we do so. We're chilling, indeed. We're chilling. Let's see if there's some. Let's see if there's some breaking news. Show all crypto investors on Binance US. Nothing interesting. MicroStrategies. What are they saying? So let me read up. Michael Saylor. We anticipated Bitcoin volatility and we will hodl in through the adversity. So that's very nice to know. So when MicroStrategies adopted a Bitcoin strategy, it anticipated volatility and structured its balance sheet so that it could continue to hold through adversity. So that's pretty cool. So let me see. Have you been buying the dip actually? Oh, look at this. Oh, this is the 10th of May, of course. So yeah, of course that's pretty interesting to see playing out. Of course, Sailor still having the faith in Bitcoin. Of course, I have 1000% faith in Bitcoin. 2 hours ago he said this. So stack sats and stay humble. Indeed, that's the way to go. Shorts about to get wrecked. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, let's see what is about to go down here. But I actually think this is going to be a very good trade here. I am thinking this is a very, very good trade. It's going to be in a 13.9% trade. It's going to be a relatively big move here to aim for. And for me, actually, it's going to be my 70% take profit here. It's going to be a 70% take profit because maybe I'm going to get an entry I can extend off from here on. Because yeah, I personally think because the market, like I told you, it's such a fresh correction. It can rebound also all the way back up to 29k before potentially coming down, or for as well potentially breaking above it, and of course create a bullish structure again from here on. There are two separate scenarios right now playing out here, and that is, I mean, even more, of course. There are more scenarios that could be playing out right now here, but I'm expecting an imminent short-term bounce. If we extend that bounce here, I'm expecting at least some resistance on this level over here. And if we break above it, this is going to be, of course, bullish. If we get rejected, it's going to be, of course, naturally very bearish. So, yeah. Interesting to see. But, of course, also, let me chart a little bit Cardano, because Cardano, guys, it has been on fire. Of course, not necessarily here, but look at this. The Cardano compared to Ethereum chart. I think this chart is one of the most craziest chart to look at. Anyone who has been watching this chart, congratulations. I've been monitoring this chart, and I've been making a video about it, guys. And I warned you guys about it. I told literally in my video that I think that Cardano is a very good hold against Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. And it is performing very strongly against Bitcoin and Ethereum, especially Ethereum in this case. Look at this. Cardano compared to Ethereum chart. And if you're wondering right now what video are you talking about, recently, like a week ago or something, 2 weeks ago, I uploaded, I think 1 week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago already. I uploaded the video about what altcoins to be looking at right now here in terms of accumulation and a DCA strategy right now. And I talked about Cardano. I think Cardano is a very good level for accumulation at that point. Right now, still, it is rallying. It is going a little bit more exponential. That's not a thing I would like to buy, and still we're in this larger time frame, lower high structure. But yeah, you can clearly see the project is very good, and it came down towards this horizontal support range on the Cardano compared to ETH pair. And yeah, you can see right away it's bouncing. Also looking at Cardano compared to Bitcoin. Also, guys, I've talked about this level, this exact level in my video. This has been the level to watch, and look at it bouncing right now here. This is, of course, previous resistance support, and I'm not saying that we are going to go to a new all-time highs for Cardano against Bitcoin pair right now, but at least, just like last time around, get a little bit of a relief rally, get a little bit of that relief back in towards the market. Some altcoins, let it spike here. If altcoins are going to go in towards its final stage of spiking, it's going to be absolutely amazing, because we can benefit from it. We can sell, of course, a little bit higher, and we could take some off the table, of course. So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. But is the relief rally in terms of altcoins and in terms of the everything relief rally, maybe a 4 or 5 week bullish market, is it still yet to come? And of course, looking at this chart, yeah, it's yet to come still. And is that going to be the point? Whether we're going to fake out everyone and going to continue up here, maybe. But it is, of course, most likely just going to be a relief rally for altcoins, because, yeah, things could get very hard here. But yeah, definitely Cardano is looking pretty interesting. Also, coin has been holding up is XRP. It broke down of this pattern. It has been not doing very well here on the weekly time frame. But yeah, this week, if you bought it this week, it has been holding up very well. Also, XRP against Ethereum has been doing very, very decently this week. But of course, on the bigger picture, still not performing well. XRP is definitely not that long-term hold here, and still what is very frustrating is that so many people are talking XRP is going to do this or that, you know. XRP is very uncertain about what it is actually going to be doing here. I don't think it's a bad hold, but it is, you just can't say it is looking great right now, right? So it is not looking great at all, XRP. So be careful with it as well, guys. Don't FOMO in towards this one. BNB is definitely falling below a very important level of support still. However, I am also looking at this other horizontal range that we have been touching. BNB is still, guys, it is a company with high cash flows. Of course, they got that research by the SEC here, but still, this is one of the more better coins to be actually looking at for accumulation. There are not many good coins right now that you can actually buy, but like I told you, I still think, let me go to CMC as well, I still think that BNB is definitely one of the more better ones. You can see also altcoins are massively outperforming Bitcoin. And talking about the Bitcoin dominance, it has been decreasing over 2 to 3% today. So that is interesting to see. Bitcoin dominance coming down here. While the markets are so uncertain, what is actually going on right now, right? So a lot of things happening right here, and it's weird to see altcoins rebounding so hard, and especially like coins like Solana rebounding so hard. Still be careful with them. They're trading on very low market caps right now, right? And that's the reason why they're moving up again. And also take in consideration, Bitcoin, its market cap is right now 432 billion US dollars. Tesla, its market cap is already 700 billion, 600 billion. Amazon is above 1 trillion. Bitcoin is once again at very low risk stages. It's so small compared to these other companies. If you just compare it to that here, Bitcoin is at a large opportunity right now for accumulation. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. So yeah. Let me check up. So far, guys, still we're waiting for the move to be happening. So 2016, 2020 repeating all over again. Let's see. Let's see. So yeah, this actually, like I told you, it's reminding me somewhat of this is a longer term pandemic crash, maybe, right? So, and also in order to flip bullish on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, there's a lot of things to be happening. There has to be a lot of things to be coming to happen right now. In this case, the super trend as well is laying somewhere around 40k here. So yeah, like I told you, the weekly time frame is oversold here. I'm not going to repeat myself, but this is a crazy opportunity. Also looking at some indicators, right? I want to be. Let me look at the hash ribbons actually. What happened with the hash ribbons? So yeah, we're seeing signals of capitulation. However, pretty interesting to see it. But let me open the MACD actually. I want to be talking about the MACD on the larger time frames. MACD also one of the most important indicators to look at right now, right? MACD is basically telling us, okay, how strong is the sell pressure right now? Should we be getting worried? And of course, are we creating any divergence? That's pretty interesting to look at right now, in my opinion, right? So MACD. What is happening? Let me disable. I will keep this super trend actually enabled. I like the indicator. So what we can actually see right now on the MACD is that right now, in fact, let me make this a little bit more thick and let me make it white for you guys to make it clear. It's in fact that the MACD is still forming higher lows here, guys. MACD is still forming higher lows. So higher low, higher low. Of course, this low is not confirmed yet. This is not, of course, a low or high, however you want to call it. It's not a low confirmed yet in the market because we're still turning red. So we need to see that turnaround point getting formed here. And actually, you want to be seeing it's only getting officially confirmed if we get that bullish crossover over here and basically flip green again. But what this is basically telling us is that the sell pressure is getting less and less and less big here on the weekly time frame in terms of the difference between these moving average. Because the bigger the gap is between the moving average, basically what it means is the larger the histogram is going to be for the MACD. So we can see clearly the sell pressure is becoming less and less and less, while price action still in fact is coming down. In fact, it's still forming lower lows here, and that is of course a bullish divergence. It doesn't say anything right now here, and you know, these bullish divergence, Bitcoin can still drop down towards $16,000 and then come up and then confirm as well the bullish divergence. So it's not saying something about, okay, Bitcoin is going to be going up right now or whatsoever. But on a larger time frame, once again, it's indicating that the market is somewhat weird. The market is somewhat weird about how it's currently playing out, right? So take that once again in consideration, thing to look out for right now. Also, yeah, we can clearly still see that the moving averages are coming down. So that is of course nothing bullish. It's just neutral. It's just regular normal price action. So we're just going to be waiting to see how this is going to be playing out. Also, let me open up a different chart, and that's the MVY, the money flow index. The money flow index, also a pretty good indicator to look at to see what are the markets, what they're doing. Let me look at the 3-day time frame. It has gone oversold, and the money flow index is actually forming one crazy bullish divergence right now. And I've not checked up on the money flow index for a while here. Let me make this a little bit more clear so you guys can read it, right? So money flow index, very important momentum indicator to look at. We can currently see we're forming a clear lower low in the market, and we're forming a higher low here on the money flow index. So money flow index is also indicating we're starting to get positive money flowing getting created in the market compared to the previous movement down here. Once again, guys, this is nothing like we're going to be reversing right now. We have to be pumping right now. But in the course of like 30 to 60 days here, this could be, of course, having a very positive effect because we're looking at a pretty high time frame. So it could be taking quite a while before we're actually going to be seeing anything getting confirmed from this money flow divergence we're currently creating in this market, right? So, yeah, looking actually pretty interesting. And also, let me also enable the MACD here on the 3-day time frame. So 3-day time frame, we got that fake out. Also still on the 3-day time frame, what I think is the most interesting part about the MACD right now here is that the moving average is also still forming that higher low in the market, right? So we could come still down and form a lower low, but right now it's still forming a higher low with a lower low in the price action. Interesting to see here. Interesting to see, and unfortunately we didn't saw that bullish crossover. However, we're still with the MACD on the histogram still pretty close with a bullish crossover right now. So if we get maybe in towards the coming 9 days some green days here, we could get that bullish crossover. And historically speaking, bullish crossovers for the MACD on the 3-day time frame have been very positive. So that's still a thing to look out for. Right now, there's nothing confirmed yet. There's nothing that I can say, okay, Bitcoin is right now actually on its lowest point. It's going to be reversing 100%. No, for sure not. We have to be waiting for some confirmations. Things can get still more nasty, but we are starting to shape up pretty interesting things here. And we are currently shaping up a double divergence, right? So you can see also on the histogram, we are forming that lower, basically higher low, yeah, indeed, higher low. And on the price action still, that lower low in the market. And also on the moving average. And also here on the MACD, money flow index. So there are basically a lot of confluences coming together. But still, take this a little bit with a grain of salt here. Because we have to consider the macro environment right now as well. But the charts are telling us definitely a different story than we are right now seeing here in the market playing out, right? So the momentum indicators. The charts these are purely momentum indicators. So the momentum indicators are just currently telling us that the momentum is shifting around right now. And that is, of course, still interesting to be looking at right now in this market. Let me for a second disable this one. And let me enable, or do I have still this chart available in my screen here? Let me do this. Daily moving average, guys. Let me talk a little bit about some stuff here. So let me put up this daily moving average towards 1000. Not 1009, 1000. And let me do like this. And let me get a different weekly moving average. Like this. And I only want to have the 200 week. Yes, this one. So right now on the screen, you can see basically the 200 weekly moving average and the 1000 daily moving average. And those are pretty interesting moving averages if you place them together, right? So let me go to this chart actually. Let me remove all my drawings for a second. Remind me that I have to be replacing them because I actually want to keep them. Wait, let me do this. Let me hide all the drawings. Oh, that's too much work. Let me not do that. Let me not do that. Let me remove the drawings for a second. So yeah, what I want to be talking about is basically the 1000 daily moving average. And actually, sorry, I'm going to go to a different chart. Sorry, this is the chart I want to talk about. So this is the BLX chart, basically all the information, historical information on Bitcoin. You can see 200 weekly moving average between the 1000 and 200 weekly moving average is the level of maximum opportunity. Has Bitcoin ever traded below it? So far it hasn't. Will it trade below the 200 weekly moving average for its first time in lifetime? Not actually the first time. We saw a little bit of a fake out here all the way back in the pandemic crash. Thoughts on GRT, Web3, big part of the next run. Member for life, I've been saying it. Web3 is indeed a massive, massive, massive part of the next run up. I think it's very smart to invest in Web3 projects. However, these market conditions, be careful because altcoins can still wreck you even furthermore. So, if we get the reversal for the market, yeah, probably these altcoins are you're probably going to be not buying the exact bottom, but you're going to have a safer bet. So, is it a good buy? Yes, I think it's not a bad buy. Do I think it's necessarily right now? It can't drop another 50% GRT. No, I think it can drop another 50%. So that's basically what I think. But thank you for your support of the nation. But I think for sure Web3 is definitely the big part to invest in right now. But what I wanted to be talking about, 200 weekly moving average. Never went below it. Between the 200 weekly moving average and the 1000 daily moving average. And guys, still our trade, it has been not moving out so much here. But I will keep you guys posted on this one. We can basically see right now in this market right here, that between these levels, it is the range of ultimate opportunity in the market. Ultimate opportunity in the market is here. And the question right now is basically, will you be benefiting from the ultimate opportunity we are currently seeing in this market? Will you step in right now? Are you daring to step in right now in this market to be benefiting from it? That's going to be the big question we're currently going to be aiming for. So yeah, we are right now trading at the ranges of ultimate opportunity, and I'm actually pretty excited to see how it's going to be playing out right now. It's going to be probably a very interesting few hours, few periods in the market, but for sure these are going to be the ranges where we want to be putting our attention towards. And these are basically, oh wait, let me make, sorry. Sorry, I had to reply real quickly on some business things. What about ICP? Oh, guys, I've been now buying ICP. I've been staying away from ICP actually for a while. I've been saying that it is probably going to bleed more. I actually don't even know how this chart is looking from ICP. But yeah, guys, we're trading on levels of ultimate opportunity. Is my connection away? Yeah, I'm still live. I don't know why. Yeah, here it is. It's trading on $6. Okay. It's been basically in the ultimate free fall. The month as well. I mean, this month it has been falling another 50% or something. The past 7 days it has been falling that, yeah, basically 50%. Yeah. Oh no, less. It has been falling less. It's been holding up actually pretty well here compared to Bitcoin. And am I looking to be buying in towards the ICP price action? No. I am not buying it towards also 1.4 billion market cap, so big. I've still not bought it. I bought a little bit of it on $90, but it was a very bad decision. But still, I am not buying it right now actually. But of course, everyone, I thought this was a decent range here. But still, I've been staying away from it for a very long time. I think many people lost their money with it. But yeah, I take my loss right here. Of course, you can't win every single buy, and that's why yeah, right now I'm just not interested in it. So let me see, guys. I might have to order some food here. Bitcoin still waiting to create its move here. S&P 500 once again testing the lows. It's retesting this low region the whole time. ADA was holding up very well compared to Bitcoin yesterday in the crash. Your thoughts? Yeah, I already discussed Cardano and how it is performing against Bitcoin a moment ago. But it was definitely very interesting. It was definitely very interesting, to be very honest. I thought you don't really see this very often, actually. Such a coin holding up so well. Bitcoin is boring right now. Yeah, we're waiting. I think the recent hours have been boring, but we're still waiting to see. I mean, we say boring, but it is a 5% move up here in the past 4 hours. We're waiting to see how this is going to be playing out. We got the confirmation of the breakout. We want to be seeing the defaults we're getting created right now here. So yeah, I'm going to be waiting to see how it's going to be playing out here. I want to see the market going a little bit higher before I am going to be placing my stop loss to entry, because yeah, we could still see, of course, a possibility that Bitcoin is going to consolidate, come the way down here, and then move up. For sure possible. But of course, if we're right now going to see that pump up right here, I'm going to place my stop loss in profit. And we can just ride on it, right? And we can just close our eyes and make profits anyways. So yeah, we're just casually waiting to see when we're going to get the confirmation of this this one. So yeah, and it's going to be important to see where the US 500 is going to go towards. It is testing its lows every single time right now. And yeah, it could be, of course, pretty bad if we're going to continue even further. What are the books you recommend for beginners? Actually, if we go towards my channel, and if I go towards my recent videos, guys, make sure to smash up the like button on the video. You go towards the description, and you can see extremely useful crypto items, technical analysis masterclass book. Charting. This is this? Yeah, this one is very simple. It's I think in one day you can read this whole book. It's a very small book, and that's why for beginners it's maybe funny to read. It's just pure general market knowledge, general market TA. I think it's also very cheap. Amazon shipping worldwide. Wherever you want to get it, you can get it. It's at least, I think so, wherever you want to get it, you can get it. Yeah, it's 181 pages, but also a lot of pictures on the pages. So this is definitely one I would recommend to check out here. It's not so hard. I think everyone can understand it if you just put the time in it. And just maybe invest. I think this book is, if you invest 8 hours, I think you completely can go through it. And you learn all kinds of very interesting, yeah, candle plays basically. This chart is more about candle plays actually. So yeah, definitely worth to invest your time in. So yeah. Oh, also guys, we reached the 82,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool to see. So let's see how that is going to go. Yeah, ADA is holding up very well. Sure, entry price right now is the 22.4k approximately. 22.4k is the entry. And yeah, we're right now looking to see where the market is heading towards. It looks to be that we I already think this is going to be a very good trade. Multiple confluence, like extremely oversold territory. Inverse head and shoulders, beautiful reversal signal. Right now, the last thing we really want to be seeing on confirmation above here, right, to confirm this breakout, is basically for Bitcoin to range above the purple box. Why the purple box? Purple box has been already proving itself to be major resistance and support for the market, right? So you can see over here, this has been a very strong support range, and over here it's a very strong resistance range. So if we get the last confirmation above this box here, what you could be expecting is, of course, if we continue to pump, we can come down maybe still, and then flip this level into support. And that is why I'm going to be putting my stop loss towards my entry, or even stop loss in profit, if we continue to pump right now here. If we continue to pump and close above this orange, this purple box here, I will be putting my stop loss and my entry over here, because I personally think if we then fail to hold on towards this box over here, we're going to plummet even further down here, because that's basically a fake breakout which you then get. So that's why if we get a pump right now here, I will start to place my stop loss at entry. And of course, in case we're going to get rejected and move down here, I'm still going to be alright, because we could still do so. So that could also still happen. But yeah, I just want to be, in this case, see a break above this purple box here. This is a very strong support resistance range from the past. And as soon as we do that, we could start to be looking to chill it, basically. So yeah, looking forward towards that. What about the technical John Murphy? Is that one? I mean, right now we're scalping a little bit here, so yeah, you could base your trades on what I prefer to, like, larger swing trades, 4 hour. Like we talked about, actually, this could have been a very good swing trade, right? So on channel, let me see if I can still load up this chart. No, I don't think so. Yeah, of course, on the 4 hour time frame, we saw this very beautiful rejection over here as well, where I have been talking about in my previous streams. Like, it depends here. Well, what kind of trade you want to take? This is a very shorter term trade, but yeah, also on the 1 hour, it's forming the same pattern. So only I was spotting the breakout on the 30 minutes in this case. So yeah, I think for scalp trading, 30 minutes is just fine. Okay. Yeah, DXY is very strong right now. I see many people talking about it in the chat. We've been discussing it already. It's very strong how it is right now trading and breaking out right here. Daily is, of course, in terms of momentum, losing a lot of momentum. However, yeah, it's extremely strong right now. It is extremely strong due to, once again, the 75 basis point hike that we're going to get tomorrow up as well. And I mean, you say enjoy the bear market. I mean, I am definitely going to enjoy this freaking market, because these are the markets to grind, guys. This is the market to be actually grinding. Because if you, like CZ said, like, if you, like the decisions you make today determine on how you're going to feel on the next all-time high. It is important to be not losing your focus in bear markets. I mean, these are indeed the more boring periods in the market, but that is just the fact how it goes. And many people lose their attention, and the people that don't have like the actual interest on investing their time in cryptocurrencies, etc., that just bought randomly into some coins and make money, or right now even lost money, they're stepping out of the market. And the people that actually want to be making their work in crypto, they stick around. And now that's also what I did. I stick around in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. And at the end of the day, it paid off. It paid off massively. So for me, at least, because for me right now, I do things in my life what I've never expected I could ever do. So, like, I'm 21 years old, and I did so many stuff, and I'm not going to be talk about those kind of stuffs. But I mean, just sticking around in the bear market is so worth it. I please, you have to be promising me this. It is indeed a little bit harder. It's maybe a little bit more boring. Markets don't move so hard every single day. We don't get a massive pump every single day anymore, but it is a good time to be sticking around here, because in these markets you make the most amount of money. So yeah, Scalp entry. I was entering on the 24.4k basically, if you were wondering. So this is going to be a little bit of Scalpy I'm looking for right now. Sold my yeah, I do understand. I always like back in 2017 as well. Once I was just getting my monthly salary, I was always hoping Bitcoin was crashing, because then I could have been buying some cheaper Bitcoin. So yeah, I like to be buying the crash. I've always have been very actively buying the dips here in crypto, and I will be remaining to do so. And I've been remaining to be buying this dip. I'm prepared to go down to 18k. Like I told you in the beginning of the stream, I'm prepared to go down to 18k. I'm ready for the markets to absolutely flush us out towards $18,000, and I'm ready to be buying there. Are you in a trade? Yes, I'm in a minor scalp trade right now here. I'm planning to take a little bit of a trade towards the upside right now here. It's going to be a 14% move here, and like I told you, since the markets has been seeing that fresh correction right now, right? There's a lot of things that can be happening right now. So yeah. Interesting times, and we're benefiting. This is a pretty small move here, back to 25k, right? But still is a 14% move here. So yeah, we're scalping a little bit here. We're still waiting for that last confirmation, because right now, in fact, like I told you, if you go a little bit back into our stream, but I want to be seeing basically a break above of this range over here for that last confirmation, and then we could be starting to set up our stop loss to entry, and then we basically have zero risk of that riding the straight here. So yeah, make sure to stick with it. It's a little bit of a chill stream. It's a little bit more relaxed. So yeah, let's do it. Let me see. I'm using a 14x leverage right now, a little bit higher, because I'm also not I'm also like, there's some issues, some technical issues I right now have here with my VPN, because I trade normally everything on Bybit, but I can't access Bybit through my Wi-Fi right now. So what am I doing? I'm trading also on Femex, and I still had some money on Femex here, so I can yeah, 14x leverage right now here. So it's a pretty decent scalpy I'm taking here. Also pretty strong entry right now here, and I'm very confident about this trade. So yeah, looking forward towards it. And of course, guys, if anyone is willing to trade here as well, check out the links in the description. You can get insane deposit bonuses right now. Please don't spam in the chat. I also already answered your question. How to start if you have like 1k now in the bear market? You have to save in Bitcoin. So what I did is that I had like I had 15k at that point, because I made money from altcoins, and I had a 60k portfolio. Then it went down all the way to 15k again. I bought into Bitcoin. Bitcoin went down all the way for 8k in my portfolio. And then what I did every single month, I find it. I worked very hard at McDonald's. I worked at the other places as well, and I invested every single day 20% of my portfolio in crypto, in altcoins, etc. And also what I did is I tried to be finding ways to make money. You could be finding ways to make money in crypto by trading or by other kinds of services you can be doing. You can be making money, of course. Also, what I did as well, I was flipping shoes. I was flipping limited edition clothes. I made a lot of money from it. Just try to be finding ways to be making more money, to of course save more money in crypto, because saving money in crypto is eventually what is going to get you rich, of course. So that was at least my strategy back in 2017. I mean, and right now, like at that point with the money I had, it was not really a big strategy, but still with a very small amount of money, I made a very big difference. And that is the nice part about this cryptocurrency industry, right? With not a lot of money, you can make a ton of money. And yeah, right now in these markets, once again, these opportunities are going to be, once again, smash up here. Oh, turn off your Telegram notifications. Sorry. You can hear it? Excuse me for that. I'm happy, of course. The classic McDonald's meme, the way to go. I mean, it's not a meme. I seriously worked there. I even got proof. I was even in crew training, guys. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? When you start trading, what is your... I started trading before I actually read a book, but then I made a lot of profits. And a lot of profits, and then I started to be doing a course, reading books, and this book also. I've got several books that I got recommended, and I also have them in my link in the description. It's not at link in the link of the description. The books that I currently recommend. But yeah, there are just many good books that you can read here, and of course, reading books is just very smart to do. Once you have to do nothing, let's say you're on a plane or you're traveling. And just read a book instead of... Some people are going on Instagram or doing stupid stuff. Or nowadays, of course, you have TikTok. I'm not really a fan of TikTok, but everyone is keep on scrolling on TikTok and just looking to these stupid videos. Well, you can also invest time on education, right? So you have 24 hours in a day. You've got 8 hours of sleep in a day. You maybe got 8 hours of work. What are you going to do those other 8 hours? Are you going to lay down, going to watch Netflix, or are you going to make an investment in yourself, right? So never sit still, make an investment in yourself. And of course, reading books is a very good investment. Reading trading books is a very good investment for making yourself good in the trading niche, because you have to become good in something. Either you become good in trading, either you become good in giving master classes, or whatever. Just create something where you're very good in, and that is going to be the way how you're going to be making money eventually. So please spend your time right. How long did it take for you to reach your first million? For me, it took around... I mean, I started investing in 2016, and I became for the first time a millionaire in 2021. So for me, yeah, it took 5 years. But yeah, for me, it was age 20 once that did happen. So yeah, for me, of course, with a very small capital, it went pretty exponential. And of course, I could have been already a millionaire way earlier if I didn't make stupid decisions back in 2017, because I had a lot of wealth in 2017 with my altcoins, and then lost 75% of all that wealth again. And then I decided to cash it out. What was actually a very good decision to do, and deploy it in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And of course, eventually also in BNB, Cardano, and Chainlink, etc. So that was, of course, very good decisions I made at that point of time. And I'm planning to do the same again. And I'm loading up here. I'm once again just casually DCAing. We still hear your Telegram notification. Oh, sorry, guys. Now you don't anymore. Excuse me. I thought you... okay, right now you don't hear it anymore. Guys, excuse me. Excuse me. Now you don't hear it anymore. I see the issue. Yeah, guys, it's right now. Actually, I'm also pretty bored. I'm in the straight, and I thought, yeah, just stream, just talk a little bit. I don't know for how long I'm going to be live. Maybe I'm going to stay live for another 10 hours or something, you know. Hi, I'm Josh. Welcome, Josh. Hey, Rover. I'm 18 years old. I started investing in crypto once I was 17 years old. And my parents' accounts. And I'm reading the Bitcoin Standard. The Bitcoin Standard is a very good book. You're learning the fundamental worth of Bitcoin. That's very important. And guys, what I also recommend, and what I do right now as well these days, because I'm never standing still on my education, is I like to listen stuff rather than reading, because I'm still very bad with reading. I've got a lot of issues with reading and with like languages, etc. So I like to listen to podcasts, and for me it works also very good here. So recommending to listen to crypto podcasts to learn about the fundamental worth of the network, fundamental stuff. It's definitely very cool. I'm learning every single day here. Also, I listen to some Dutch podcasts. If someone is Dutch here, Satoshi Radio is pretty cool. It's definitely a very cool podcast to listen to, and I learn a lot of stuff over there. And I learn stuff from the Dutch podcast, and I am explaining it to you guys out there on my channel to once again educate you guys also a little bit here. So never sit still. And for me, of course, what I think is important is, for me as a person, I need to know the most amounts of things here in this market. So that is why, of course, I am investing a lot of time for my own education to know more and more and more. Even though I know already a lot, I want to be learning more and more and more. What do you think? Yeah, you guys are talking about Heiken ice sheet candles. I mean, of course, you can look at them. Yeah, you can definitely take these candles as well. You can, of course, identify very easily trends with it. I don't think that these candles are bad here, but I don't always use them every single day. Give me a second. I have to go to the toilet, so maybe I'm also going to order some food. Guys, actually, have you been seeing my shirt? Keep calm and hodl. That is the message I'm trying to bring to you guys out there. This is not the time to be panicking. This is the time to stay calm and hodl, you know? So I thought it's a cool addition to the stream here. Order some foods. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I know I don't. Sparrows are not so good for you, actually. I do like them, but not so good. I'm trying to be sticking to the healthy life, because one of the best decisions I made in my life is start eating healthy, going to the gym, and sleeping well. That is one of the most best decisions I've made. I'm focusing on the 3 M's: money, mindset, muscle. You know, I think that those are three M's to work on. So let me see. When you're going to meet Crypto, Crypto, I've seen him several times before. We're actually staying in the same place here. Not exact same place, but same building. Yeah, for sure, true. Funny. So yeah, Bitcoin's still trading and ranging around this level, and let me check up on the 1 hour on the S&P. S&P is yeah, still ranging sideways actually. Hodl, indeed, guys, hodl. This show, nice to see. Is you know this shirt, guys? This is a very interesting story. I got this shirt for my birthday in 2017, once I was turning 16, or was I? Yeah, 16 years old. I was turning 16 years old, and I got this shirt. Pretty interesting. I've got this shirt so long, and it is still pretty alright, and I wear it many times. And it's like a spreadshirt. You can see it over here. I like a friend for me, he printed it, because this is basically my friend gave it to me. And that friend, due to him, I bought Bitcoin initially. So I'm very, very grateful that he allowed me to give me the knowledge about crypto at that point. But that's a very interesting story, because we both became crypto rich in 2017, and that's why he gave me this for my birthday. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, cool. Yeah, we can do some reviews, guys. Well, let me know what altcoin I should quickly look at. Let me know in the chat. At the same time, I'm quickly, if you don't mind, going to order some food. Rover, I've got only one single doubt: if Satoshi dumps his 1 million bitcoins. Yeah, if that happens, I'm already screwed. I'm not looking at that actually. I don't believe he's going to ever do that. So yeah. I don't expect that. So yeah, if it does decide to happen, yeah, it's all right. It's alrighty. All right. Oh, guys, the requests are coming in massively. Let's look at Cardano. I will look at Cardano at the US dollar pair actually. I've not looked at Cardano at the US dollar pair yet. So I've looked. Oh, banned as well, guys. Please don't spam in the chat right now. It will be highly appreciated if you do not spam right now. So this is the 1 hour time frame. Give me a second, real quickly. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. So I quickly ordered some food here. Sorry for that. Celsius is up 117%. Whoa. Before looking at Cardano, Celsius is up 113%. Boy, that's crazy. That is crazy. So, whoa. Celsius has been pumping. So, guys, give me one quick second. Let's see tag actually. So, yeah. Let me quickly check up on Celsius before. Whoa! That's crazy. Crazy inflow on this chart. Crazy inflow. 360% pump here in just a matter of 1 hour and 35 minutes. And then it's on done. Always hard work again. So yeah, that's interesting to look at actually right now. Celsius is pumping. Why, we don't know. So let's look at Cardano for right now. So yeah, Cardano, basically what's going on right now here. Cardano is of course coming down towards this horizontal range, right? So you can clearly see if we go towards the 4 hour time frame, this has been the historical accumulation range for Cardano. This has been a range where Cardano likes to be bouncing from, and you can clearly see it. You can clearly see Cardano likes to be bouncing from this region. So 1, 2, 3 touches, of course, over here. Usually if you're creating these 3 touches, we tend to be breaking it. So please be still very careful with it, because we are forming somewhat of an M pattern right now, right? So yeah, we do know Cardano is bouncing very strongly against Bitcoin and Ethereum. We already discussed that, so I'm not going to go over that right now. What we can clearly see is that, let me go to the daily time frame. We've not formed a bullish or bearish divergence whatsoever right now. However, Cardano, what it is right now forming, in my opinion, it is an ascending broadening wedge right now, right? So we are forming this this pattern where it is basically consolidating, right? It's going up and down, and it's consolidating in this range. And what we want to be talking about is that as soon as we do break either one of these ranges, we're going to look bullish or bearish, right? So we're still in the middle of a consolidation range here. At the lower side, it is just a low risk accumulation range for Cardano. But as soon as we do break above this lower band of support, we're definitely could be seeing some more bearish price action come towards the market. And also the other way around, if we do break bullish, this could be, of course, a very positive period in the market, where we could be seeing, of course, a lot of bullishness enter the market. So pretty important to look at right now here. But yeah, I have been saying Cardano is looking not too bad right now here. I think Cardano is actually looking pretty decently, and I've been talking about this weekly time frame on the Cardano compared to Ethereum pair, but more importantly the Cardano compared to Bitcoin pair. Look at this. This has been one crazy level of a retest. This has been one level I would like to accumulate at, and I've been clearly saying it several times before on my videos. And on my altcoin video, I was talking about Cardano. I was talking about this exact level, and I talked about it on the exact low over here, that this is a coin to look at right now, to take on your radar right now, and to not lose attention from. And what we have also talked about in that video, and let me quickly go towards this video, because I want to talk about something I can't search up right now that quickly, and that is this. This is basically a survey about Cardano, not a survey in general, about which digital asset are you right now investing in towards. And you can clearly see that that compared to the previous survey, less people are invested in Ethereum. Compared to the previous survey, many more people are investing in Cardano, like you can see on this spike over here, and also in Polkadot, and less in Solana. So Cardano is really increasing in its popularity once again. And we do know it's already very popular in Africa, and it's right now also really turning up in the US right now. So this is interesting to see. Cardano has a lot of potential to grow towards, and of course, if Cardano actually increases in price valuation, it's going to be very good for Africa actually. So please don't spam in the chat because you're going to get a timeout if you keep on spamming actually. So this is a pretty interesting article, but yeah, we can clearly see Cardano compared to Bitcoin. Basically, what I talked about in this video, right? So in this video, I talked about this level over here. Boom, you can see very interesting level to look at. And you can see, yeah, we are trading above it. Clearly, we are trading above it. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be playing out here. It looks to be alright. Looks to be alrighty. Just me. I can look at these coins, guys. Many of these coins I'm not a fan of, right? You have to understand that. So, just me coin. It's been around for a while. Ooh, pretty crazy correction, right? Has been not doing that well here, actually. I don't know who's the founder of this coin. 44 million market cap, low market cap. Not a coin I should be buying. Not a coin I should be buying right now, guys. I think you should stay away from this this coin. Look at this. Does it look like a good buy or not? Doesn't look like. Maybe since it's listed on Binance, you think it's good. But actually, guys, do you know? And I know this for a fact because I just speak to a lot of guys in the crypto world. Is usually once a coin is getting listed on Binance, they have to be pay a very big fee to get listed in an altcoin. So an altcoin get listed on Binance, it absolutely explodes, and you know that Binance gets paid in these coins. And they always distribute it on the launch day. So they're selling in towards that volume pump here. So, yeah, I don't really like it. Yeah, it's listed on Binance, but yeah, no, not invested. I don't like it. I think it can bleed way longer. It can bleed way longer. I've never holded this coin. I have talked a lot about it. I've been getting asked also a lot about it. Because, yeah, it's getting listed on Binance. It's having that volume spike. But it is all the same, actually. So, no, I am staying away from this project, actually. Check your long. Yeah, long is just... it's just casually on the entry. Because the entry is 22,489. And we're currently on 22,440. So, yeah, it's just a 2% loss. It's just at the entry still. We're still getting weighted. We're still waiting. So on this chart, yeah, you can clearly see it. We're at the entry. So we're still waiting to see how it's playing out. And like I told you, we have to be breaking above that 22.9k level in order to confirm our entry to stop loss. So we're still waiting for that to see how it's going to be playing out right now. So stay posted. And that's the reason I'm live right now, right? So we're trying to scalp up some trades here. Would be absolutely amazing if we can do so. Will be absolutely amazing if we can do so right now. Is it retesting the trend line? Could be retesting the trend line. Could be, of course, also still potential entry for anyone who is interested in also trading this market. Of course, always on your own risk and no financial advice. Do your research yourself. But I'm currently aiming for this. And of course, always, if you are going to trade, guys, if you are anyways going to trade, make sure to use a tight stop loss here. Use a stop loss. If you're not using a stop loss, you're absolutely going to get obliterated. So make sure to do that. Make sure to do that. And of course, also very important, guys, if you want to be trading right now, make sure to check out these links in the description. Bybit offering 0% fees right now if you're signing up for this link. And guys, also very important to know, if you're signing up on Bybit or any of these exchanges, for Bybit, I know if you're not signing up through any link, you're only getting $400 in deposit bonus. And if you do use my link and my referral code in the description, basically if you just press on the link and sign up an account within 25 seconds, you can do so. If you right now go and press up the link on Bybit, you can sign up an account within 25 seconds. If you do sign up an account without this link, you only get a $400 deposit bonus, and right now 4,050 plus 0% maker fee. So it's a very good valuable position. So yeah, 2200, 200, and then a pump. Let's see. Maybe we're going to touch the 200 indeed. Oh, sorry, the screen. Maybe we're going to indeed touch the 200 here for sure. True. That's also the trend line we're currently looking at still. So yeah, we're going to casually look at it, how it's going to be playing out. How much VeChain? Yeah, I'm not going to go to exactly my digits I own, but I own a lot of VeChain, and still VeChain is also, I'm not talking about many coins I'm currently bullish on or accumulating massively right now, but VeChain is definitely on my list here. Why? Is because VeChain is just the fundamentally worth. It's fundamentally worth a lot for me. Do you need to do KYC on Bybit? No, you don't. And of course, if you're in the US, you can use a VPN or whatsoever. And I think Bybit is definitely, for sure, the best exchange. It's for sure the best exchange in terms of derivatives trading. But also it's starting to become the best exchange for spot trading. And of course, a very, very wide variety of altcoins you can be buying there. How do you set your stop loss? Very easy. Go to the exchange. This is on Femex. Bybit is basically exactly the same. You can see over here on the bottom right. Oh, wait, let me place this back. You can see here, stop loss. You press on it. You press stop loss enabled. You can also set up your take profit, but I will be doing the take profit manually. And if I'm going to go to sleep, I will be set a take profit, of course. But I will be right now monitor my trade manually, and that's why I don't have a take profit set up. So you can, yes, press stop loss. You can trade it a little bit here. So it's very, very easy to do. And also the same counts for Bybit as well here. It's very easy to do. So yeah. Not that hard, not that hard. And yeah, you can clearly see, yeah, we're right now just still ranging sideways. And could be, of course, a pretty interesting opportunity. We can see the strengthening structure right now getting formed, right? And what is going to be crucial for me right now, like I told you on the 30-minute time frame, is to look, if we're going to look at the 30-minute time frame right now for this market, if we get the break above this region over here, man, oh, then I'm starting to get excited. If we break above this region over here, I'm starting to get excited, and things can rally. Things can finally start to be rallying. So I will keep my eyes wide open, and we'll keep you guys posted about how it is going to be developing from here on. But it actually looks pretty interesting. But we need to see that confirmation for the break above, and then we potentially could start to be flying. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be playing out. But yeah, minor long position. Can we short Bitcoin? You can, yeah, short or long Bitcoin on these exchanges, whatever you prefer to do. Is Binance banned in Europe? No, Binance is not banned in Europe. However, there are some strings towards the derivatives trading, so you can't leverage trades in Europe with Binance, but you can leverage trades with Bybit in Europe. But no, it's not banned. When Lambo, not right now, man. No, this is not the time to be doing stupid stuff. Do you pay tax for holding crypto? I live in Dubai. So yeah, guys, there's been a lot of stuff happening. I'm still waiting to see when we're going to get some more volatility in the market. Actually, I'm still waiting. When moon, sir? I don't know. I lost thousands of euros. What now? You can't rewrite the past, so you focus on the future. Are you a citizen? Yeah, I'm a citizen. Hello, Rover from South Africa. That's pretty cool. Cape Town? Question mark. I would like to visit it. Maybe next winter. Go over there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Are there specific times of the day you look at the markets? Yes, definitely. Basically the whole day, but yeah, I basically literally watch the markets the whole day, guys. You're maybe wondering why I'm on top of my game so good, because I'm watching the markets the whole day. So are the specific times the whole day, but if I'm asleep, I can't, of course. I do have some. I think it's important to take a good rest, so I don't have any notifications enabled as well. Of course, I just got my limit order set up, and of course, I'm watching the charts the whole day because maybe an opportunity occurs where I can jump on, of course. So yeah, that's it. I'm basically watching the whole day towards the markets, and I think it's good. I like it actually. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. Thoughts on India? 30% tax. Yeah, it's normal, right? India, pretty cool. What is your top altcoin, bro? I'm giving it a very safe bet, and it's BNB right now. BNB is my top altcoin to look for right now. Do you travel a lot? I travel a lot. I'm going to travel this summer as well, quite a lot. But right now I am just I've got 2 places where I live here in Dubai and in the Netherlands. I finally got my own apartment here, sorted out. So I travel between those places, and as well I'm going this summer to Ibiza, and to Greece, and to the Netherlands, of course, back. So yeah, those are the things I'm basically going to do, and then just keep on working, of course. And especially in these markets, in the bear market, I just like to be putting a little bit more effort in, because I feel like it's more important right now to be putting your effort in the markets. Does the Binance and Femex BTC coin is the same? Yeah, every Bitcoin on every exchange is the same Bitcoin. Only do remember, not your key, not your Bitcoin. So yeah, you can buy. What I do is I buy Bitcoin from let's say you get fiat. I buy my Bitcoin on Bybit, and then usually I send it away towards yeah, my MetaMask or Trust Wallet, or even my ledger. So that's what I do. Not your keys, not your crypto, but I can tell you Bybit is the most safest yeah, basically, yeah, exchange that there is out there. So definitely no need to worry about that. Flash crash income. I think today is going to be anyway a pretty boring day. Tomorrow is going to be the big show, guys. So that is also a thing I want to be pointing out. I think I am actually going to be wrapping up the stream right now. And maybe if there is still some volatility going to come in the market, I'm going to jump back live again with the trade to give you guys an update about how it currently is going. But yeah, tomorrow, guys, I will be quickly say this. Tomorrow, I will be live streaming the FOMC meeting. The FOMC meeting is basically the meeting where we're going to get either, yeah, of course, we're going to for sure get a hike of interest rates getting announced officially in public. So it's going to be important to watch that. There's going to be high volatility in the market, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity for trading it, etc. So make sure to jump on board on that stream tomorrow. So tomorrow, I will be live on this channel. And if you right now press the bell notification, you will be getting notified about the stream. Maybe probably in a moment from now on, I'm probably already going to be scheduled the stream for tomorrow. So of course, if you see that popping up anywhere on YouTube, make sure to press the bell notification on that one, because it's going to be a very important one. So yeah, make sure to be there, because tomorrow I'm going to show you guys. It's going to be the best stream for the FOMC meeting to watch here, because I'm going to show you guys the live charts, live information, what they're exactly telling us. and it's going to be pretty interesting and important to watch. So anyways, guys, I will be wrapping up the stream. The trade is still going sideways. There's nothing happening. Still trade at entry. If you want to be following us and be up to date, follow us on Twitter and Telegram. I will keep you guys up to date about exactly what's going on here. If we're going to get any interesting moves on this trade here, I will be trying to jump back live here with you guys out there. Check out all the links in the description. And anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching towards the stream, and I will catch you guys on the next